Hey, Big Brother fans, here is my second recording today. I'm going to have a few more minutes, probably about 5 minutes to update you from my earlier oops. Again, I recorded one of these earlier today, talked to myself for 20 minutes, and it wasn't actually recording. So I did a quickie. Here's a slightly longer one. Apologies if I repeat myself. But what's going on today is the power veto meeting. And I don't expect the power veto to be used by Scott. He won the power veto on Saturday, so Scotty shouldn't use the power veto. And so the nominations will remain Brett and Winston. Now, what happened last night, and I apologize for the noise here as I'm walking down the street, but what happened last night was, 2 nights ago, and I don't know if we talked about this on our podcast or not, Brett and Winston had talked to Scotty after he nominated them, and they were like, hey, why don't we make a 3-way deal, and you can be, we'll do that, and if you nominate Caitlyn, if you save one of us and put up Caitlyn, then, Caitlyn can go. We can get Caitlyn out, because the house will be okay with that because of last week, and because she voted out Steve. I think they told her that. I'm not 110% sure that they told Scotty that she's the one she was the swing vote that got Steve out. But in either case, they talked to her about her like, hey, this is what you ought to do, because that way, obviously, the bros get to stay in. So Scotty knows this, and based on the reaction that they had after nominations, which they'll show on Wednesday's show, Winston's quite the hothead, and Brett was much more composed, and Scotty saw that meaning as Brett is much more of a threat than Winston. So he kind of had his target set on, I want to get rid of Brett. That's who I want to go. Now, fast forward to last night. Caitlyn is in the head of household room talking. It's Rockstar, Caitlyn, and Facer and Scotty, Fessy and Scotty. And Kaser says, so Caitlyn says, I had this dream that Winston and Brett Winston and Brett double-crossed me and were trying to get me nominated. And Scotty decided to take that opportunity to say, well, as a matter of fact, they actually did. And he didn't think of what he was doing. He's pouring gasoline on a fire. And, of course, Caitlyn's going like, I should go confront them. I can't believe this. I can't believe they did that. And both Fessy and Scotty were like, yeah, you probably don't want to do that. You probably should keep this to yourself. Rockstar's going, no, you should do it. Yeah, go do it. I got your back, girl. And in the end, she decided to go confront them, which is where we all were like, house meeting. It really wasn't a house meeting. It was more of Caitlyn confronting them. But it was fun to watch her blow up her game in certain ways and watch other people react. You saw Tyler. Everybody was mostly quiet while she was doing this. She confronted Brett specifically because that's how Scotty had said had been the main person, because Scotty was trying to get Caitlyn turned against Brett because he wants Brett to go. So she confronted Brett. Brett handled it well, and he didn't overreact. So Caitlyn kind of sat there and spun and kind of blew her top, and everybody's kind of like not very talkative. And in the end, Brett came out actually looking pretty good. Caitlyn kind of looks bad. I don't think Scotty's going to use the power veto, but in the end, because of the way Brett handled it, he may have actually saved his game a little bit, and the other house guests may be willing, at least enough of them, may be willing to keep Brett over Winston, knowing that Winston's a little bit more of a hothead. So we'll have to see what happens. So there you go. There's my update. I'm running into one of my coworkers right now, and I'm going to sign off on this, and we'll talk to you later. And you can always follow me at BBGOSSIP on Twitter, however you're listening to this, and have a good day. See ya. Bye.